guys, so video series part 3 coming to you live again from the pool. So today's lesson is on Jesus as our protector. It's summertime, which means everyone is in a nice long break from school. But then even summer means a special kind of fun in between classes. It means warm temperatures and sunny days. It means playing outside and enjoying a cool popsicle when you get overheated. And if you're lucky, it means lots of time spent in the cool, refreshing waters of a swimming pool. How many of you have a pool? Who knows someone who has a pool or belongs to a community pool? Who here plans to be in a pool so often as you can this summer? That's me. I don't blame you. Pool areas are a lot of fun and they're a great way to cool off. That's why we've decided to declare the next several weeks to be a pool party. No, that doesn't mean you'll be getting in a pool every week, but it does mean we'll be using the pool to help us learn a little something about Jesus. Today, of course, we're talking about pool safety. Pools are a lot of fun, but they can be dangerous, especially for kids who aren't yet strong swimmers. From an early age, those of you who are going into the water took along some safety protection. You may have known it at the time, but these cool inflatable arm floaties and that cool swim ring you played with were designed for your protection. They were given to you so you could be able to play and not be afraid. But more importantly, they were given to you to keep you safe. But how do we stay safe out of the water? How can we protect ourselves from other dangers? We have parents and teachers to look out for us sometimes, but not all the time. Thankfully, we have someone more powerful than mom and dad or those effective floaties to keep us safe. We have God's Son, Jesus. So, in Mark 4, Jesus' disciples were really terrified. Many of them had been fishermen and they knew the dangers of being on the sea in a bad storm. They were afraid for their lives and they could not understand why Jesus wasn't afraid too. When Jesus saw the disciples' fear in the waves, he spoke and instantly calmed the storm. Jesus showed the disciples and us that he is more powerful than any storm. Jesus is God's Son, and he has the power to protect us from all sorts of danger. We can feel safe even in a terrible storm because we have Jesus. The disciples asked Jesus, "Why aren't you worried? Don't you see we're in danger?" They couldn't understand why Jesus wasn't afraid. But you know what that better question to ask would have been? Why were the disciples afraid? How could you be afraid knowing that you were with Jesus? Calming the storm wasn't Jesus' first miracle. In the book of Mark, Jesus also cast out demons, caused the disabled to walk, and healed the sick, including the disciples Peter's mother-in-law. They knew how powerful Jesus was, and yet they were still afraid. The disciples were still learning to have faith. They were still learning to trust that Jesus was looking out for them. In the coming years, all of them but one who betrayed him would grow to have an unshakable faith. They would all face prison and even death for Jesus. But the faith grew one day at a time, one step at a time, as they got to know Jesus. Jesus has been watching over you since the day you were born. He is watching over you now and will continue to watch over you day and night and all your life. Jesus is there for you because he wants you to know him personally and to trust him as your Savior. When life gets scary, just like in the times where we are now, we can go to Jesus and pray, and God will give you the comfort you need to face any danger. So, what scares you? What is it that makes you afraid? You can trust those fears in Jesus because he is already watching out for you. So, your challenge for this week: give your fears and your heart to Jesus and get to know the one who can protect you by far better than any pair of floaties. Thanks, guys. See you week 4.